Good morning. Happy Wake and Bake. We are on Sea Rock 23. And this one says, did you take your medicine? I almost forgot to ask you. Do you take your pills? We're probably on time a little bit. Take your pills. And then get your Keep You Alive juice. And if you don't have that, get your Keep Other People Alive juice. Or good old-fashioned water if you don't have either of those. But I'm actually working on the Keep Other People Alive juice right now because it's a Keep Other People Alive kind of day. So, we're on Sea Rock 23. And it says, Lord, Father, and Master of my life, do not abandon me to their designs. Do not let me fall because of them. Whoa, because of them. Who will apply the lash to my thoughts? What does that mean? Who will beat my thoughts? Oh, Lord, Master of my life, do not abandon me to their designs. Do not let me fall because of them. Who will apply the lash to my thoughts? Oh, ha ha! Yeah, no one can attach the latch. No one can apply the lash to your thoughts. Ha ha! No one can do that. I think that's what that means. Because a lash isn't that like what they do with the whip lashes, right? So who's gonna beat him? Who's gonna lash his thoughts? I'm going to assume that's what that means. So, early edition digital high five, we figured it out, I think. Damn my arm. And to my mind, the rod of discipline. Oh, ha ha. I should just keep reading. Okay. And to my mind, the rod of discipline, that my failings may not be spared, nor the sins of my heart overlooked. Otherwise, my failings may increase, and my sins be multiplied, and I fall before my adversaries, and my enemies rejoice over me. Lord, Father, and God of my life, do not give me to haughty eyes. Remove evil and desire from my heart. Let neither gluttony or lust overcome me. This is a Nikki problem. Both of those are Nikki issues. Do not give me up to shameless desires. Proper use of the tongue. Wasn't this already a chapter, though? Okay. Listen, my children, to instruction concerning the mouth. For whoever keeps it will not be ensnared. Through the lips, the sinner is caught, and by them the reviler and the arrogant are tripped up. Do not accustom your mouth to oaths, or habitually utter the holy name. Video games make this happen a lot. Habitually utter the holy name every time something bad happens in a video game. Just as a servant constantly under scrutiny will not be without bruises, no one who swears continually by thy holy name will never remain free from sin. Try to tell him. Those who swear many oaths heap up offenses, and the scourge will never be far from their houses. If they swear in error, guilt is incurred. If they neglect their obligation, the sin is doubly great. If they swear without reason, they cannot be declared innocent, for their households will be filled with calamities. That's what I said. Shit, bad luck. Okay. There are words comparable to death. May they never be heard in the inheritance of Jacob. So you know the motherfuckers say it all the time. To the devout, all such words are foreign. They do not wallow in sin. Do not accustom your mouth to talk coarse talk, for it involves sinful speech. No. Keep your father and your mother in mind when you sit among the mighty, lest you forget yourself in their presence. Yeah, remember who the fuck you are. Yeah. And disgrace in your upbringing, then forget yourself in their presence and disgrace your upbringing. Then you will wish you had never been born. Oh my God, how many times have you said that in your life, right? I wish I was never been born. It's like, I wish I had been born 6 times because I'm fucking amazing. My life is terrible, but I am awesome. Hold on. Wish you had never been born. And will curse the day of your birth. Yeah, maybe you'll do it like Job did. Yo, he was so extra. Those accustomed to using abusive language will never acquire discipline as long as they live. Well, I got a little bit of discipline. Like a tiny bit of discipline. I kind of know what I'm doing. Sort of. Sins of the flesh. This is a Nikki issue. Yep, Nikki issue. Well, some kinds of fleshly sin anyway. 2 types of people multiply sins. And a third draws down in wrath. So, I don't know. I don't know. Is it 3 groups of people or 2 types of people and a third of those 2 types of people? Too much thinking. And a third draws down in wrath, burning passion like a blazing fire, not to be quenched till it burns itself out. 1. What the fuck kind of word is that? I think it's unchaste. Unjust. Is this one without a chastity belt with his kindred never stops? No, that's not what that is. I don't know. We're going to find out.
Unchaste.
Unchaste. Relating or engaging in. Oh, okay. Haha. Yeah. This may or may not be a Nikki problem. To the unchaste, all bread is sweet. He is never through until he dies. I don't know, I'm through. The man who dishonors his marriage bed says to himself, who can see me? I'm like John Cena. Darkness surrounds me. Walls hide me. No one sees me. Who can stop me? Who can stop me from sinning? He is not mindful of the Most High. Fearing only human eyes. He does not realize the eyes of the Lord, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Observe every step taken and peer into hidden corners. The one who knows all things before they exist still knows them after they are made. Such a man will be denounced in the streets of the city, and where he least suspects it, he will be apprehended. So is his wife gonna come out in the middle of the street and start beating him with a pot and pan? Like, how dare you? I don't know. But it said, like, he disrespected his marriage bed, right? They don't go to jail for that, do they? So, let's find out. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. So it is the woman. So it is with the woman unfaithful to her husband who offers him an heir by another man. First of all, that's what it says. First of all, she has disobeyed the law of God. Second, she wronged her husband. Third, through her wanton adultery, she has brought forth children by another man. Dun, dun, dun. She's totally physicked. Let's see. So, Oh my God, here we go. Such a woman will be dragged before the assembly, and what? Why? What? Whoa! Why? This is so fucking terrible. And her punishment will extend to her children. Her children will not take root. Her branches will not bring forth fruit. She will leave behind an accursed memory. Her disgrace will never be blotted out. Thus, all who dwell on earth shall know. All who remain in the world shall understand that nothing is better than the fear of the Lord. Nothing is sweeter than obeying the commandments. Wow. This chapter, well, a lot of it is Nikki's life chapters. Anyway, I'll be right back with wisdom. Hold on, I think so. I'll be right back. Okay. Wait, okay. Huh. We're on Wisdom 16. Wow. Okay. We can get through this pretty fast, can't we? Okay. Wisdom 16. It says, Therefore, they were fiddling. Therefore, they were fittingly punished by similar creatures. They were tormented by swarms of insects. Instead of this punishment, you benefited your people with a novel dish, the delight they craved, by providing quail for their food. Hold on. Let's see. What is he talking about? Okay. So this is Moloch, Baphomet, and Anubis, maybe, that they were worshiping. And then they were punished by similar creatures. Instead of this punishment, you benefited your people with a novel dish. They delighted in what they craved by providing quail for their food. Again, this is the second guy that's reminded everybody there was also meat. There was also meat. It wasn't just bread. So that those others, when they desired food, should lose their appetite even for necessities, since the creatures sent to plague them were loathsome, while these, as cops going down my street, while these, after a brief period of privation, partook of a novel dish for an extorable. Oh my God, this means something simple, and I don't know why they wouldn't put the simple word. Impossible to stop or prevent. Okay, so they're hard to present. Wait, what did it say? See, this is real life right now. I can't remember what I just read. Impos- Impossible to stop or prevent. Want had come upon those oppressors, but these needed only to be shown how their enemies were being tormented. Yeah, because they're scary motherfuckers. Always. For when the dire venom of beasts came upon them, they were dying from the bite of crooked serpents. No, they weren't crooked serpents. They were God's serpents. God said he's going to bite these people with fiery serpents, and then had Moses build an altar for them to remind them how fucked up they are. And then the one king destroyed them, because why the fuck wouldn't he? Your anger endured not to the end, but as a warning. For a short time they were terrorized. Yeah, I don't know why you do that, big guy. Though they had a sign of salvation to remind them of the precept of your law. Yeah, those were the snakes. The ones you called crooked up here. That's what that was. See? For the one who turned toward it was saved. Again, that's the crooked serpent that you're talking about, dickhole. Not by what was seen, but by you, the Savior of all. By this also you convince your foes that you are the one who delivers from evil. For the bites of locusts and of flies slew them, and no remedy was found to save their lives. Yeah, that was the funniest thing we ever read. Well, the second funniest, maybe the other one is like when the dude gives them 7 days. Do whatever you want and see if your God will do it. Dump water on my shit and flood it. It's gonna be fired. Don't worry. Anyway, that was the funniest. Because they deserve to be punished. You're gonna be punished. Because they deserve to be punished by such means, but not even the fangs of poisonous reptiles overcame your children. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those reptiles didn't want to go anywhere near a cloud of smoke. For your mercy came forth and healed them. For as a reminder of your injunctions, they were stung. I don't remember that. And swiftly they were saved, lest they should fall into deep forgetfulness, which they do anyways. As a matter of fact, the day after he saved them, they went back to whatever god cow thing. Yeah, they forget the next day and become unresponsive to your beneficence. Is that the... See, this is... It doesn't have
Beneficence.
beneficence. I don't know. For indeed, Neither herb nor application cured them. There was the one king with the feet thing. But your all healing word, O Lord, for you have dominion over life and death. You lead down to the gates of Hades and lead back. Didn't he just call it the pit and Sheol yesterday? And now it's Hades today. See, this shit is confusing. And how are you going to put a Greek god in the Bible anyway? Well, I guess they put other gods stuff in the Bible. That's why they keep changing their sacrifice shit and they just add shit. So I guess the Catholics aren't exactly wrong because the Jews were doing it first. Human beings, however, may kill another with malice. This is the actual malice, not the court definition. We figured that out yesterday. But they cannot bring back the departed spirit or release the soul that death has confined. In your hand, no one can escape. Third example, a rain of manna for Israel instead of the plague of storms. None of that happened. What? They did that. There was no choice. They had to go where they were going. They had to go. And the manna was because they wouldn't shut the fuck up with their complaining. They were complaining like 2-year-olds in the back seat of a car. Oh, I'm so hungry. Everything's terrible. I just want to go home. Only they were asking to go back to being slaves. There was no plague of storms. Where does this come from? I don't fucking know. For the wicked who refuse to know you, were punished by the might of your arm. Were pursued by unusual rains, hailstorms, and unrelenting downpours, and were consumed by fire. This did happen, but you didn't have to pursue anybody. They were just right there. They couldn't go outside. For against all expectation and water, which quenches everything, the fire grew more active, for the universe fights on behalf of the righteous. And this is a weird word. This is like a bunch of times. This is in here. It's like the universe does it, not God. Interesting. Very, very interesting. The flame was tempered so that the beasts that were sent upon the wicked might not be burnt up, but that these might see and know that they were struck by the judgment of God. And again, even in the water, fire blazed beyond his strength, so as to consume the produce of the wicked land. Instead of this, you nourish your people with food of angels, and furnish them with bread from heaven, ready to hand, untoiled for, endowed with all delight, and conforming to every taste. I don't know about this because the people, they complain. We don't want bread no more. Bleh. Bread and quails, we don't want that. For this substance of yours revealed your sweetness towards your children, and serving the desire of the one who received it was changed into whatever flavor one wished. No, no, it was coriander and what's it called? It's coriander and what's it called? And no, no, that's not what happened. That is not. No. The answer to that is no. And the lie detector test determines you are making shit up. Yet snow and ice withstood fire and were not melted, so that they might know that their enemies' fruits, were consumed by a fire that blazed in the hail and flashed lightning in the rain. But this fire, again, in order that the righteous might be flourished, for God, even its proper strength, for your creation, serving you, its maker, grows tense for punishment against the wicked. Yes, yes, so much yes right now. Oh my God. So much yes. Okay. But is relax and benefit for those who trust in you. Therefore, at that very time, transformed in all sorts of ways, it was serving your all-nourishing bounty, according to what they needed and desired, what your children whom you loved might learn. O Lord, according to what they needed and desired, your children whom you loved might learn. Oh Lord, listen, what does it mean, loved? Love, that's past tense. What does that mean? Does that mean he doesn't love them anymore? Well, he did kind of say something like that, didn't he? But he still rescues them. So this might not be past tense. This shouldn't be past tense. What that it is not the various kinds of fruit that nourish, but your word that preserves those who believe in you. Yes, yes. For what was not destroyed by fire melted when merely warmed by a momentary sunbeam, to make known that one must give you thanks before sunrise and turn to you at daybreak. For the hope of the ungrateful melts away like wintry frost. Oh, what is that? To make known, one must give you thanks before sunrise. When was that a rule? I don't know when that was a rule, but I go to bed right before it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm usually making my videos still at 2 o'clock in the morning or just uploading them barely. Where the hope of the ungrateful melts away like wintry frost. Yeah, but I would like you to bring some hope back, please, big guy. Because these people with no hope are dragging me down bad, so please give them some hope. Okay. For the hope of the ungrateful melts like wintry frost and runs off like useless water. It does. Okay. Anyway, I will be back later this evening with some Ezekiel. And if you give me 1 second, I'll show you what I've been doing. I got this fancy thing, right? And it does fancy people things, right? But anyway, I've been keeping track of where we are in here since yesterday. So this evening, we're on Ezekiel 27. And hopefully we're going to get through 29, but who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you and have the greatest day ever.